Yeah, that's what Professor Pierre Lumumba is just talking about. As you look at the continent of Africa, we are affected much by this conflict. And always I say that Africa, we are in trouble because of this conflict. And now this conflict is, it looks like that's our behavior. But in real sense, this is not our behavior. Africa, we don't like this conflict. We need peace. We need love, to love each other, to make sure that we can bring development in our mother continent, Africa. So this conflict, and young Africans, don't participate in this conflict. Don't be used by the politicians. What is so painful is that we young Africans, we are being used by the politicians. These politicians are just sitting around in the somewhere there in the story, but we the people, the young people, we are in the bush fighting each other. So we don't need to see the fighting in Africa. We need to see peace in Africa, because peace will bring prosperity, peace will bring development. So why we use a lot of time to engage in these conflicts? When Kwame Nkrumah will come, how will see this continent, the continent that he dreamed to be? He will see the different continent. Maybe he will think that he has lost the way, because the Africa that he wants to see is not the Africa that we have today. So that is the message that we need to remember. When we are going to remember our father, our grandfather, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, we need to come together as the way the people of diaspora and the people of descent of Africa coming together, and we have to find the solutions of our problem. So what we lack here in Africa is solutions. So solutions in engineering, solutions in agriculture, solutions in education, solutions in politics. So if we provide these solutions in a peaceful way, in a good manner, Africa will move in the direction that we want to see. And I urge those who are in professional, maybe in engineering, please do something that can bring changes. If you are professional in doctors or in medicine, please provide your service, provide something, add value to your career, add something to the community. If you are engineers, the same thing. If you are in agriculture, make sure that you give your you give your knowledge and you add something to the people, especially the people who are living in poverty. Normally Africans, many people are living in poverty. We are living in poverty. That's the truth. We can't hide this, because it's the truth. Many people are living in township, many people are living in villages, many people are living in rural areas. They are just suffering. There are some people where they don't use even electricity. There's no good road. There's no good infrastructure. So we need all the people of Africa to come together to help these people, to help this community, so that we can move together as Africa. So there are many things to talk about. There are many things to start to rethink our own. Don't think yourself in your side. Let us think about others. Today we are free because there are some people who have decided to find this freedom. So just imagine if these people like Nyerere, Nkrumah, Modibo Keita, Kenyatta, Mandela, Osagefo, and Ben Bella, they have decided to keep silent and say, let us be silent and we will not fight for freedom. It means today will be under colonial. So there's a time we need to sacrifice for the people. We need to add something to work for the people, to help the people. That's what we need to see. Even here, what we want to do is to help the people, to make sure that the people have got good services. So Africa, we have opportunities to do so, and we Africans, we are the one who are supposed to do so. So let us come together, let us unite, let us say this can be possible in our lifetime. Let us say this can be done by the next coming generation. But for unity, Africa we can unite. So, but these conflicts that they have made in Africa, that we have in this continent, sometimes make us Africa difficult to unite, because how can we unite while the people are just fighting each other? Brothers are rising against brothers. So we need to come together to resolve this problem, and now starting to move in the way that everyone needs to see. And many people have just talking, and in this conversation, we have seen, and I was participating in this conversation by hearing and commenting, and they have heard many views from African people, and how they need they have anxious to see the unity of Africa. So I think our political people in the people in political class must now thinking about how we can unite, how we can formulate the government of Africa as a country. So that's what we want now to discuss. We have already talking about unity for more than 60 years. So we need now to think how we can formulate this government, how we can have this one legislature, how we can have one army, how we can have one common language. So where we want to start. So that's the main thing that we need to come together now and start discussing. When we remember Kwame Nkrumah, there's many things that we must starting to think about. Many things. Not just remembering Kwame Nkrumah by only talking. We need to remember Kwame Nkrumah by applying what his vision was thinking about. So all in all, fellow Africans, that's what I want to bring to you this time, and I hope you have heard, and we wish everyone to be a part of this movement, especially of making Africa moving together and uniting. So because if we unite, it will be easier for Africa to use these resources that we have. Also, we will have a big market that Africa we can trade within each other. So that's what I want to share to you. Friends, please provide your opinion, your comments, and what you want to, what's your idea about this, what Professor Pierre Lumumba is just talking about. And all in all, we need to see the better Africa and good Africa. Thank you.